Moving on to topic two. This is our first transition of totally different. I want to talk about some indie games that I've been playing lately. Recently, this past weekend, I've been very stressed, weird, things have been happening. I'm okay, just for some reason, pent up stuff, and then, didn't feel great. Um, so I decided to dive into some indie games that I've kind of had on the backlog. Some of the Kind of Funny community and 6-1 Indie and the Trophy Room, they've kind of talked about it, and I decided to give it a try. So I played two games to completion, 100% platinum, AE, and I thought these games were really fun and deserved to be talked about. And the first game I played was a little game called Unpacking. I've talked about this a little bit on stream before, but essentially what unpacking is essentially what the title is. You are unpacking. And you're like, what? Why would that be fun in any shape or form? I don't know. It is. It's simply a zen chill game where you just unpack boxes and organize your rooms. And it starts off, the character's like a kid. It's your child, so you're organizing the child's room, taking out all their toys, some art supplies, whatever. You unpack all the boxes, try and figure out where things go, move on. And the thing that this game does, along with obviously just the mechanic of unpacking these boxes that you moved, or you're moving from or whatever, is they slowly give you a story as you progress through the levels. And you're probably asking, there's a story in this game? Yes, it's very subtle in how they tell it, but it's kind of fun to see the evolution of your character, as you progress from level to level. So, spoilers. But with the progression of levels, once again, you start in your child's room, then you grow up into I guess essentially you'd say college, your college dorm, you unpack in there, then your first apartment, and then moving in with a roommate, so you share the space, and then moving in with a partner and sharing the space with them, and then unfortunately that relationship didn't work out, so you move back home, and you unpack back in that room, and then a new apartment for your fresh start, and then you find your next partner, and then the last level is your family home. And with the levels, they kind of expand on the rooms that you unpack. So, as the child, you only get the one room. It's just your bedroom. You unpack that. Then you can get your bedroom and a bathroom, and then a kitchen and a living room, and it expands on these different rooms and sets. So you have that escalation in the places that your character has lived or will live. But then also, there's a slight storytelling in the items that you're unpacking. So there's certain things that will go from your childhood room almost essentially to the end of the game. And you kind of see, oh, I still have this stuffed animal, or I still have this little bus, or the art supplies, and seeing the character's evolution of their career choices. They want to be an artist, and then they end up making children's storybooks. And you can see that progression as well throughout the things you're unpacking, from sketches to finished books later on to their degree that either you hang up or you put away because of the point of their life. And I know it sounds strange, wow, why would you have fun with a game that is essentially real life organization? I don't know. It's strange how it kind of messes with your, not messes with your brain, but it's an activity where you're thinking about, puzzle, essentially, put all the puzzle pieces together, and that focus kind of calms you down in a way. Like I said, it's a very zen experience. There's no dialogue in this game or anything you gotta move quickly or fast prompts. Just some mellow music and go organize your stuff. I had a lot of fun with it. I think I played it for maybe 5 hours to completion, and with all the little challenges and stuff for the achievements and the trophies. And it's just a good time. I had watched another streamer Shout out to Cheesy Blue Nips. Very strange name, I know. Played this all the way through, enjoyed his experience with the game, and yeah, I heard some other content creators, like I said, the Trophy Room and 6-1 Indie, talk very highly of this game. And this was something that really helped me kind of calm down, focus on something else besides what was stressing me out. And yeah, it was a good time. It was a good time. If you enjoy puzzles, if you enjoy organizing stuff, and you just want like a short, sweet experience, I would totally recommend this. I think it's on every platform: Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, PC. So you can check it out over there. A lot of fun. And on the similar note, another game that I played, I think this game came out a few years ago, and I'm kind of late to the party. I believe it's pronounced Toem, Toem. And essentially what this is it's a short adventure game where you solve puzzles by taking photos. Let's see what their description is here. Set off on a delightful expedition and use your photographic eye to uncover the mysteries of the magical tome. And essentially what it is, it's your character going out on this journey, and once again, you're solving puzzles. You're helping different people in the levels in the world with your photos. Maybe they've lost an item, or they're trying to figure out a puzzle, or they just are, I don't know, looking for some fashionable clothing, whatever it is. And you help them with these photos. And there's different missions per each level, map, whatever you want to call it. And then there's also like these hidden aspects that you can find through your photos. So there's a wide variety of animals and wildlife that you can take photos of. So a lot of the creators and developers have put like their pets in there. So if you could find cats and dogs and like do little checklists there of like just collecting these animals, different birds. And one of the dogs, shout out to Kind of Funny and RIP, but Portillo is in this game. So it was nice to see him, happy in this game and remember him. It was just it was another surprising one of like, this was really chill, and it was fun. Not too much of a story, I would say, in this one, besides just the general sense of adventure and your character going out and pursuing their own thing with their camera, I guess you could say. Some fun moments there, definitely some interesting characters. I think one of the first levels you run into like a Boy Scout or just a scout troop, and they're trying to like, they'll play hide and seek with you, and you got to find them with the camera, or they're trying to cook different recipes, so you got to help them find the ingredients. There's an overarching story throughout the entire game of this like secret society, and they're trying to find this like, not super villain, but this like sketchy guy that appears. So you essentially go around in each of the levels and you got to find where he is. And the reveal at the end of finding out this figure's identity, pretty hilarious. I'm not gonna lie on that one, and surprising. So that was fun. There's some puzzles you definitely got to be a little bit more creative with how you solve them. It's not essentially just snap a picture and it's all done. Maybe it's positioning, or it's timing, or once again, music can come into play in this game as you'll unlock a lot of different cassettes that you can listen to soundtrack wise, and sometimes you have to use that to trigger events, so then you can take a photo and solve the puzzles. So yeah, Tome was just a lot of fun. Like I said, another chill one. I think this was another one that took around 5 to 6 hours for total completion. But yeah, just a good time. Kind of something you can turn your brain off because you don't have to think too hard on it. But a nice, relaxing experience, both of these games. Both I would definitely highly recommend. If you just need something kind of different pace-wise. I know personally a lot of the games I've been playing off stream and on stream have been open world heavy, so running around, getting from place to place, grinding villains and getting experience points, and then like 800 side quests because it's open world. And to have this shorter experience felt rewarding. It's nice to kind of have these things where you check the box, whether it's literally unpacking boxes and being like, yep, everything's in the right spot, checked it off, or if it's these photos of collecting these different photos for your collection and your little encyclopedia. And it's just very rewarding to have this, once again, that checklist, like, yep, that's done, yep, that's done, yep, that's done. That seeing of your progression quickly was very rewarding. So I'm looking forward to diving into more indie titles like this. Obviously, we dove into recently, over the past month, Nobody Saves the World, and obviously that was a fantastic game, and I really enjoyed that. Talked about that on a previous podcast. I've talked a little bit, I think it was back when Jeff was on, but about Chicory, and that's another title I'd like to get back into. But that's kind of like it's another puzzle game, but you solve it through art, and it's about self-discovery with the character that you're running through and running with, and seeing where their journey takes place and how their confidence builds in themselves as being this protagonist and helping people. So I'm looking forward to diving back into that and seeing where that goes. Shout out to Mr. K-Step Kyle for recommending that one. He said that one is really good for him and hit an emotional note with him. So I'm looking forward to seeing how I connect with that game a little bit more. But yeah, I'm kind of excited to dive a little bit more into more indie titles like this. I know there's a lot of them, and definitely, a lot are very hit or miss just because of, either the team's art style or the budget they have, for sure. But there are a lot of good titles out there that I think deserve time. And once again, shout out to 6-1 Indie. They cover, well, guess what? Indie games. So, you can always check them out. They're always reporting on good stuff. I think along with Chicory, another game, or other games that I'm looking forward to on the indie side of things, Inscription did really well over this past year. I think that was one that took a lot of people by surprise. It's like kind of a card battling game that's just kind of off the rails crazy with its story at certain points. I think that's one I'd like to dive to with stream and kind of see people's reactions with that. I've watched that game all the way through, but it definitely looks like it's another fun one to kind of experience. And with the card system, it's not, what's the term I'm looking for? It's random enough with the gameplay aspect that I don't feel like it'll just be rehashing of like, yep, I've seen this, yep, I've seen this, yep, I've seen this. Obviously, the story beats will be the same, but the gameplay, me playing it will still feel rewarding. But shout out to Platypus on Twitch as well, who I watched stream that one all the way through and really sold me on that game for what it can be. And then I think the last one that I saw, I don't remember if it was the Indie Showcase or if it was Game Awards, but I think it's called is it Death Becomes Us or Happy Death? Let me see if I can find it real quick, but I think it's only on PC. Have a Nice Death is what it's called. I'm sorry, Have a Nice Death. It came out in March, but yeah, it's on PC. I gotta look more into that, but that art style looks really, really cool, and that's kind of, it is a roguelike, so it's similar to Hades, where it's essentially kind of randomly generated rooms with different obstacles and enemies. So I'm excited to dive into that. Obviously, I loved Hades a lot, which is technically another indie game. And I was late to the party with that one. But I enjoyed the gameplay, enjoyed the loop. And this one looks like another one that will scratch that itch. And the art style looks fantastic. So, yeah, looking forward to diving into those and kind of exploring the indie scene a little bit more. Not that, the mainstream games, the AAA stuff, is bad by any stretch of the imagination. It's just like I said, sometimes you got to do something different, scratch that itch, and then, makes other things better. Everything kind of builds off of each other, those experiences of making the variety for yourself instead of just doing the same thing over and over. So yeah, looking forward to more experiences like that. And yeah, definitely would recommend Unpacking and Tome if you guys are looking for something short and sweet and just take your mind off stuff, I guess.